Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Ema.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jack, and I'm really happy to be here again with Emma and all of you.
We are very happy to see you here today, and we hope you are doing well.
Whether you are listening while walking, cooking, traveling, or just relaxing with tea, thank you for spending time with us.
Yes, Jack, thank you so much for learning English with us and being part of this journey.
Emma, before we start today's topic, I have a small question for you.
Oh, Jack, when you say that, it usually means something interesting is coming.
Yes, Emma. It might be interesting or even a little fun challenge.
Okay, Jack, tell me your question.
Emma, if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, Jack, that is a very difficult question because I love many different foods.
Yes, Emma. Food is one of the greatest joys in life for many people.
And Jack, that question actually connects perfectly with today's topic.
Yes, Emma. Today we are talking about food and how to talk about your favorite food in English.
Jack, food is something people talk about in many situations in life.
Yes, Emma. When you meet new people, travel, or go to work, food comes up in conversation.
But Jack, many English learners feel confused when they have to talk about food.
Yes, Emma. They may know food words, but they don't know how to describe them naturally.
So Jack, today we will help learners speak about food with confidence.
Yes, Emma. By the end of this episode, they will know how to talk about favorite food, taste, and preferences.
Jack, we will also show how to explain why someone likes a food.
And Emma, we will also show how to ask other people about their favorite food.
Jack, all of this will be done through simple conversation examples.
Because Emma, the best way to learn English is through real conversation practice.
Now, Jack, imagine a situation where you meet someone new.
Yes, Emma, maybe at work, at a party, or while traveling.
And Jack, that person asks you a simple question. What is your favorite food?
Emma, it sounds easy, but many learners suddenly forget what to say.
Yes, Jack. Their mind goes blank, even though they know the answer.
So, Emma, let's start with very simple answers.
Jack, you can say, my favorite food is pizza.
Or, Emma, you can say, my favorite food is sushi.
Jack, another simple answer is, I really love pasta.
Yes, Emma, these are all correct and easy answers.
But Jack, we can make the answer more natural by adding a reason.
Yes, Emma. For example, my favorite food is pizza because it is simple and delicious.
Jack, adding reasons makes your English sound more natural and interesting.
Yes, Emma, it helps keep the conversation going longer.
Jack, now let's end with a question for everyone.
Yes, Emma, what is your favorite food?
Honestly, I love many foods, but if I have to choose one, I would say pasta.
That is a very good choice, Emma, but you should explain more than just the name.
Yes, Jack. I love pasta because it is very comforting and satisfying.
Emma, that is better, but can you describe it more?
Yes, Jack. Pasta is warm, rich, and it feels very filling when you eat it.
That sounds nice, Emma. And what else do you like about it?
Jack, I like that there are many types of pasta with different sauces and ingredients.
Yes, Emma, you can have tomato sauce, cream sauce, vegetables, seafood, or meat.
That is why I enjoy it so much, Jack, because it is never boring.
Emma, now that is a complete answer because you described the food, not just the name.
Yes, Jack. When talking about food, describing taste is very important.
Emma, there are 5 basic taste words that help us describe food.
Yes, Jack. Those words are sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and spicy.
Emma, for example, chocolate is sweet.
Jack, lemon is sour, and chips are salty.
Emma, coffee can taste bitter sometimes.
And Jack, chili peppers are very spicy.
Emma, We can also use more descriptive words to sound natural.
Yes, Jack. Words like delicious, creamy, fresh, juicy, and crispy are very useful.
Emma, now I am starting to feel hungry just talking about this.
Me too, Jack. Talking about food always makes people hungry.
Emma, now it is your turn again. What is your favorite food?
Jack, I would say my favorite food is burgers.
That is a classic choice, Emma. But you should explain more.
Yes, Jack. I love burgers because they are juicy, flavorful, and very satisfying.
Emma, that is a good description. Can you explain what makes a good burger?
Yes, Jack. A good burger has a soft bun, a juicy meat patty, fresh vegetables, and melted cheese.
Emma, and when all of that comes together, it becomes amazing.
Yes, Jack. That is why I really enjoy burgers so much.
Emma, you used very good words like juicy, fresh, and flavorful.
Jack, now let's practice some questions for conversation.
Yes, Emma. We can ask, what is your favorite food? Or what kind of food do you like?
Jack, another good question is, what food do you enjoy the most?
Emma, if you are traveling, you can also ask, what local food should I try?
Yes, Jack. People usually enjoy talking about food a lot.
Emma, we can also talk about food from childhood memories.
Yes, Jack. For example, I remember loving my grandmother's soup when I was young.
Emma, I also remember my favorite childhood food was fried rice.
Jack, food is special because it connects with memories.
Yes, Emma. Memories make conversations more meaningful and interesting.
Jack, do you remember the first time you tried very spicy food?
Oh, Emma, yes, I remember. And it was a big surprise for me.
Jack, tell me what happened.
Emma, I once ordered a dish that said medium spicy on the menu.
And Jack, what happened when you tasted it?
Emma, when I took the first bite, it felt like fire in my mouth.
Jack, that sounds very intense.
Emma, my eyes started watering and my face turned red immediately.
Jack, did you drink water?
Yes, Emma, I kept drinking water every few minutes.
Jack, that sounds like a very difficult experience.
Yes, Emma, but still, I finished the food in the end.
That is real bravery, Jack. Today, we talked about introducing our favorite food, describing taste, and starting simple food conversations in English.
Yes, Emma. And we also learned important taste words like sweet, spicy, salty, creamy, juicy, and crispy.
Jack, those words really help make food descriptions sound more natural and interesting.
That's right, Emma. But food is not only about taste. There are many other things we can talk about.
Yes, Jack. Today, we will continue and learn how to talk about texture, cooking, restaurants, and food experiences.
Emma, we will keep it simple, natural, and like a friendly conversation.
Jack, let's start with something many learners forget, which is food texture.
Yes, Emma. Texture means how food feels in your mouth when you eat it.
Jack, some foods feel soft, like bread, cake, or pancakes.
Emma, some foods feel crunchy, like chips, crackers, or fried chicken.
Jack, and some foods feel creamy, like ice cream, yogurt, or mashed potatoes.
Emma, another useful word is tender, which means soft and easy to chew.
Yes, Jack, especially for meat when it is cooked properly and feels soft.
Emma, but if meat is overcooked, it can become dry.
Jack, and nobody really enjoys dry chicken at a restaurant.
That is true, Emma. It is always disappointing when food is not cooked well.
Jack, now let's imagine a perfect meal in a restaurant.
Yes, Emma. Imagine ordering your favorite food and describing it clearly.
Jack, for example, a big bowl of pasta with fresh tomato sauce.
Emma, the pasta is soft but not overcooked, and it feels just right.
Jack, the sauce is rich, flavorful, and smells really good.
Emma, and there's melted cheese on top, which makes it even better.
Jack,
That kind of description helps people imagine the food clearly.
Yes, Emma. Good descriptions help listeners understand and enjoy the idea of food.
Jack, now let's talk about cooking as another topic.
Yes, Emma. Some people love cooking, but others prefer just eating.
Jack, which one are you? Do you enjoy cooking?
Emma, honestly, I enjoy eating more than cooking.
Jack, I think many people feel the same way.
Yes, Emma, but cooking is still a very useful topic in English conversations.
Jack, someone might ask you, do you like cooking?
Emma, and you can answer in different simple ways depending on your level.
Jack, for example, you can say, I enjoy cooking simple meals.
Emma, or you can say, I don't cook often, but I like trying new recipes.
Jack, you can also talk about what food you cook regularly.
Yes, Emma. For example, I often cook pasta, rice, and vegetables.
Jack, another example is, my favorite thing to cook is homemade pizza.
Cooking also introduces many useful English action words.
Yes, Jack, like chop, slice, fry, bake, grill, and boil.
Emma, for example, chop means to cut food into small pieces.
To fry means cooking food in hot oil.
Yes, Emma. And to bake means cooking food in an oven.
Jack, and grill means cooking food over direct heat, like barbecue.
Exactly, Emma. These are very common cooking methods in English.
Jack, now let's move to another popular topic, restaurants.
Yes, Emma. People often ask, do you like eating out?
Jack, eating out means going to a restaurant instead of cooking at home.
Yes, Emma. Many people enjoy restaurants because they can try different kinds of food.
Jack, some people also enjoy the atmosphere of restaurants.
Yes, Emma. A restaurant can feel cozy, elegant, busy, or quiet depending on the place.
Jack, now I want to ask you, what kind of restaurant do you like most?
Emma, I like small local restaurants where the food is fresh and the staff are friendly.
Jack, that sounds very nice and comfortable.
Yes, Emma. I also like places that feel relaxed and not too noisy.
Jack, now tell me, do you like trying new foods?
Yes, Emma. I really enjoy trying new foods because it feels like traveling.
Jack, that is true, because you can discover new flavors and cultures through food.
Yes, Emma. Every country has special dishes that make food interesting.
Jack, when people travel, they often want to try traditional food.
Yes, Emma, because food is an important part of culture.
Jack, have you ever tried a food that surprised you?
Yes, Emma. Once I tried a dish that looked simple but turned out very spicy.
Jack, that sounds like a strong experience.
Yes, Emma. At first I thought I could handle it, but after a few bites, I needed water quickly.
Jack, spicy food can really surprise people sometimes.
Yes, Emma, but even then, it was still delicious in its own way.
Jack, sometimes surprising food becomes your favorite food later.
Yes, Emma. Now let's talk about something sweet. Desserts.
Jack, desserts are something many people really love.
Yes, Emma, like cake, ice cream, chocolate, and cookies.
Jack, now tell me, what is your favorite dessert?
Emma, I really like chocolate cake, especially when it is soft and rich.
Jack, that sounds very tasty and satisfying.
Yes, Emma, I also enjoy ice cream, especially vanilla with caramel sauce.
Jack, now I think everyone listening is getting hungry.
Yes, Emma, food is not just about taste. It is also about feelings and memories.
Jack, sometimes food reminds us of family or childhood moments.
Yes, Emma. Many people remember meals that their parents or grandparents cooked.
Jack, those meals often become comfort food for us.
Yes, Emma. Comfort food means food that makes you feel happy and relaxed.
Jack, for some people, it can be soup, rice, noodles, or homemade bread.
Yes, Emma. Now, let's remember something important about speaking English.
Jack, when talking about food, you should not stop after one short sentence.
Yes, Emma. It is better to keep the conversation going with more questions.
Jack, for example, you can ask, "What is your favorite food?"
Emma, then you can ask, why do you like it?
Jack, and then you can continue by asking, "Do you cook it yourself?" Or you can ask, "Where did you first try it?"
Yes, Emma. These kinds of questions help the conversation continue naturally.
Jack, now let's do a quick example together.
Yes, Emma. I will start. What is your favorite food?
Jack, I love burgers.
That is a great answer, Emma. Why do you like them?
Jack, I like burgers because they are juicy and full of flavor.
Emma, that sounds delicious. Do you cook them at home?
Jack, sometimes I cook them at home, but I usually order them from restaurants.
Yes, Emma, that is a very natural conversation.
Jack, this shows how easy it is to talk about food in English.
Yes, Emma.
Food is one of the easiest and most enjoyable topics to discuss.
Jack, that is because everyone has food they love.
Yes, Emma, and everyone enjoys sharing their food experiences.
Jack! So next time someone asks about your favorite food, don't just say one word.
Yes, Emma, it is better to describe it and give more details.
Jack, you should explain why you like it and how it tastes.
Emma, you can also share a small story about it.
Jack, that makes the conversation more interesting and natural.
Yes, Emma, that is how you build better speaking skills.
Jack, now our food conversation is coming to an end.
Yes, Emma. We hope everyone enjoyed this episode today.
Jack, we also hope this helped listeners feel more confident speaking English.
Yes, Emma, because speaking English improves with practice.
Jack, just like cooking, the more you practice, the better you become.
Yes, Emma, practice is the key to improvement.
Jack, thank you so much for listening to Talk Ema, the English podcast.
Yes, Emma, we really appreciate your time and support.
Jack, if you enjoyed this episode, please follow the podcast.
Yes, Emma, and share it with your friends who are learning English.
Jack, keep practicing English every day in your life.
Yes, Emma, small daily practice makes a big difference over time.
Jack, we love reading your comments and learning stories.
Yes, Emma, so please tell us in the comments what your favorite food is.
Jack, and also tell us how you like to describe it.
Yes, Emma, we are always happy to hear from you.
Jack, that is all for today.
Yes, Emma, see you in the next episode. Jack, take care and keep speaking English with confidence. Yes, Emma, bye everyone.